All right, people, I just started this live stream a little bit early. So we're going to wait for people to come in. Now, again, this live stream is going to be very important live stream to study because I'm going to explain how you can always succeed if you follow my rules. What I do inside my group, it's a calculated plans that put the odds in your favor to win money in the market, okay? I have over 20 years experience. I know what are the mental limitations of most people, and I prepare people to succeed by studying key videos and then motivating people and then also teaching people in live streams. Nobody's doing this like Power Trick or Trade, yours truly, the big picture leader. So study everything that I say if you want to succeed. Tons of proof if you pay attention, really. If you want it, tons of proof is on this channel. So much proof, so much power, but again, most people are too dumb. Sorry to tell you. Dumb. I tell it how it is. We live in a very dumb society. Now, the smart do pay attention. You know, this is a new person in the group that came, and I forgot her name. But it was mind-blowing. And it's just proof of what I talk about. The smart people really pick up on things. The dummies, they keep making the same dumb mistakes. Can't help dum-dums. Don't even know how to get into my group. Too dumb to study. Stupid guys. Anyways, people. No, I don't want to keep offending people, you know. Hello, people. Hello, David. See? David. Everybody in this group. David here. David Wong. David. This David over here. Eric. All sending gifts. TJ. All gift people. Coming into the live stream. So, listen, people. Honestly, this live stream, very, very important. So, again, we're going to talk about how you going to succeed. Well, listen carefully. We're going to do it. We're going to talk about it in steps. Okay, so step one, of course, you want to study my created playlist on YouTube, and I'm going to show that in the video what to look for. And then step two, you want to get inside my group. Now, just because you get into my group and I post the plans, it doesn't matter. You still need to follow what are called rules. So we're going to talk about the rules and call them in steps. So step one of rules and so on and so forth. Okay. So we're going to give an example on account size. Okay. 5K, I think, is the minimum you should start with in order to succeed, in order to do things correctly. 10K, even better. And of course, the more money, the better, right? 15K, 20K. Obviously, the more money you have, the better. However, still, we need called money management skills. So we're going to talk about money management. We're going to talk about why you have to get into all the plans for your account size. Okay. So there's different, like a bigger account size can get into all my plans, but some account sizes shouldn't. So we're going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about why it's important to get into all the plans. Why you don't want fear to control your life, okay? If you're fearful of losing money, you lost already. Forget it. I designed a system. Listen to me carefully. I've designed a system that destroys fear and only creates confidence. Every single winning video that I make instills confidence because it's facts. And I've walked it step by step, the BA videos, Apple Video HD, step by step, win by win. Every stock we get into, same method. Now, is every plan the same? Is every plan smooth? No, but they're the same things. Everything is a calculated risk. Everything I do is a calculated risk. No one puts the effort that I'm putting into every plan. I think about everybody, okay, when I make a plan. However, here's the problem. Doesn't matter how good you are. You can be the best picker in the world. And still, if you don't follow my rules, you're going to lose. Because most people already have a losing mindset. I'm going to be honest. Losing mindset. I have to tell you why. Okay? Losing mindset because you pick and choose. Don't pick and choose. I'm doing all the calculated work. Every plan is calculated. Nobody can match me plan for plan out there. I know this. They cannot compare with my system. Trust me. No one can have a higher win rate with so little plans like I do. Because my plans are highly focused plans. Now, things can fail, yes. But how can we surpass failure? Because as I said, nothing's 100%. Remember this. If things were 100%, it wouldn't matter. You wouldn't need any rules. You simply buy everything I say and you win. It doesn't work that way, right? It doesn't work that way. So, how do you succeed? So, for example, let's talk about a $5,000 account, okay? What I recommend you do is you go into stocks like Apple, HD, BA, AMD, Ruco, stuff like that. Stocks under $500. Sometimes it could be $600 and no more, listen carefully, no more than 2 contracts per plan on a 5K account. On a 10K account, the same thing. The only difference with a 10K account is you can go into 1 contract of Amazon and 1 contract of Tesla when they come, or Google L's, stuff like that. The fast movers, the ones that could just make you killer dollars. But you have to be able to absorb the losses when losses can naturally come. So, again, if you get into it doesn't matter. Now, I'm going to prove my point here. So let's talk about this. So let's say I'm going to prove my point. So we're going to talk about Apple, then we're going to talk about BA, and then we're going to talk about Home Depot. Now let's say you went into my system, my rules. You went into 2 plans of Home Depot, and 2 plans of BA, and 2 plans of Apple, right? You would be a winner because even though BA was a loser. And it was a big loser this time. I mean, I had a lot of winners, but BA was a big loser this time because it got caught up in some problems, creating a lot of signals. And I knew this anyways. When I see these problems happen, I know I take note of it. It was avoidable. It was a bit avoidable. However, with one of my rules, no matter what, okay, I still did like it, and when things do happen, I do analyze it very deeply, okay, to continue to improve. However, if you took my advice of buying 2 Apple, 2 BA, and 2 of HD, mathematically you'd still be up regardless of the loss in Home and BA. However, if you choose to do it the wrong way, if you only got into, let's say, a BA, for example, and you skipped on Apple, and you skipped on HD because you were focusing on your loss in BA, you would be missing out on the gains, right? Because people, they double down. You don't want to double down on a loser. See, we don't need to do that. That's the loser strategy. You want to continually go into the new plans. So, for example, if you're losing in a plan, forget about it. We'll manage it. If we can make profits, we can. If not, we take a loss, we move on. Do not dwell on a loser. Continue to focus on the next winner. Because if you do the right management skills, you'll be able to get into all the plans, because it's not a lot of plans. When we're in 5 plans, that's because we're winning a lot and when we're taking profits, okay? So believe me, I created a system. It's all very manageable, okay, for anybody. Okay? And of course, we're going to even have a more powerful win rate as I am training more power trigger trades. And I'm going to have a very unique system. Whereas if we were to pump out the 15 picks, we're going to have an 80% win rate on 15 picks managed by 3 different people. I have this big plan. Unfortunately, we can't focus on that right now, as I'm the only one able to really do this right now. But I have a big plan. We're going to outperform anybody out there. I'm going to mop the floor. Okay? There's nobody can match my skills. And as I will be the head leader of this, is I have more people that I am training in my group. We're going to destroy anybody out there. In other words, no one will be able to compare. People are going to be knocking on my door. Power Trigger Trade, I want to come in your group. Please. Because I care about the people making the money in my group. Right? It's all calculated. The skills are too high. I am that confident. I smash people out there. Dan Zanger smashed. Stock Clown smashed. A Carl Icahn smashed. In terms of advice, cannot compare. They can't do this. They can't. They rely on 20, 30. They couldn't do this and help people. I know they couldn't do this with options, first of all. They can't do what I do. Nobody can out there. They don't have the skills. I can see the mistakes all over the place. They can't laser target stuff like I can. The system I created is too powerful. It blows my mind to this day, what I created. I study it like hell, and I study why I honestly, it's crazy accurate what I do. However, it's still a market, and there's still going to be the unforeseen things, but I'm just getting better and better and better, and the market isn't going to get easier out there, people. People are confused. People were calling for market crash in 2017, 2018. They're all confused. Power trick or trade, I said, I listen to the market. Okay, I don't care what the news is saying. I don't care what the market tells you things. That's why I say the market's bullish. That's why we keep staying long. I told people choppy poppy. It's exactly what's been happening. Right? If there's a problem, power trick or trade knows. Yes, we have to take losses. It's normal, but we will always win the big picture. I guarantee it. If you follow my rules. So make sure you study to what I just said in this video. So let's recap this again. So if you have a 5K account, or an example. Obviously, if you have a bigger account, it's going to change, right? So at a 20K account, you can be going 4 contracts per plan. And then 30K, 6 contracts per plan. 40K, 10 contracts per plan. Right? You can't lose with my way. So same thing. If you had a 40K account and you went in 10 into BA, 10 in HD, and 10 into BA, you'd be killing it right now. Killing it! Regardless of the BA loss. That it still might not lose right now, but regardless of the BA loss. Does that make sense, people? Anybody have a question on what I just said right now? Oh, it's going up a lot, eh? The SPY? Dexter always tells me, we'll see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, the market's bullish, Dexter. I believe the market's choppy, and then it's ready to pop to the 300. And I told the stock, and I told everybody about the SPY 300. Okay? I'm more advanced than the analyst, and analysts can't touch a flame to me. They're all talkers. Power trick or trade, I am the leader. Market leader, bar none. Guaranteed. This analysis skill I have is too powerful. Gift from God. Trust me. You can't beat someone like me. Can't beat me. Ha ha! Stock clown! Anyways, futures ripping. Power trick or trade. Yeah! That's right, Dexter. Good evening. Any questions, people, what I just said? You understand, David? For example, to David. You understand what I said, David? How to manage your account. You take all plans under 500. 2 only if you have 5K. 2 only. If you have less than 5K, perhaps 1. See, the less you have, the more handicapped you become. Right? It's just a handicap. You need a certain amount and a very good plan. You've got me, Power Trick or Trade, with the plans. And the right mindset. You got me, Power Trick or Trade, to give you the right mindset and the right motivation and the teachings. I do these live streams to teach everybody, to motivate the people. Then I talk to the people, I make the plans, and then I even motivate them again with the stops and the support levels, showing step by step every single way. I have no fear because I already know I'm going to win the big picture. Do you understand me, people? When you think like this, you're unbeatable, invincible. That is how you have to think. You cannot let the rainy days keep you down. Remember the sun. Remember, you study the sun. I told people, study the sun. There's a lesson in the sun, Manayala. Capisce? There is a lesson in the sun. All right, now. Since I'm new to the group, I was wondering if you post when to take profits. Yeah, but we do. So listen. When we're up 100%, David, listen carefully. For example, Apple, right? We had the 192.5 calls. I think they hit 100% around over here, right? When we get 100%, what we do is we take half off right away, and then you hold runners, right? So sometimes if I see there's a problem, we would sell early. So if I say, we're selling, maybe we're going to sell at break even, or we sell at 50% gains, David. I always have to adapt. It's an adapting rule. But for a simplicity, when things are going well, what you want to do is you want to take 100% off, 50% off on your first 100%. So if, for example, you bought an option at $200 and that option went to $400, you sell half of your position. So if you had 2 options, for example, David, you sell 1 option and you hold the other one for a runner for more gains. Sometimes the runners pay you a lot more, sometimes they do not, but you have to keep with that strategy because you want to keep sucking out, you want to keep taking in as much of the gains when they're given by the market. because the market doesn't give them gains always. It could be, when they give them, you take them. Okay, that HD was a gift. Look at HD, for example, it helped a lot of people. HD. Look at HD. We caught this move from here. Big move. Actually, it's probably setting up for higher prices too, right? There's a lot going on in the market, people. When I'm pumping out the plans, it's because the market is telling us it's going higher. When I have a hard time giving out plans or my plans don't confirm, that's telling us the market could be going lower. See, my plans are part of an alert system. It's not by what you see in the charts. It's very sophisticated what I've done, okay? It's so powerful what I'm doing that just nobody can compare to me. They cannot compare. You know, I wish that if there was anybody want to challenge me, plan for plan, they will lose. They won't, in their right mind, they wouldn't want to challenge me, people. Those stock services can, and I don't want to be, you know why I wouldn't want to be a stock service? Because it makes you a loser. Power Trick or Trade, I'm going to help you win. I have the experience, okay? You have a guy, over 20 years experience, that's been at this every day, 7 days a week, studying the market. You can't beat that kind of passion. You can't beat that. Then on top of that, I'm a health master. You can't beat this combination out there. The mind is too powerful. The health is too powerful. I have too much confidence in what I'm doing. And then I have the people that help me, that do well. So that boosts me even more. I love seeing success. And the more we grow the group with the right people, the more the music, it's going to grow louder. It won't be a lot of people. Look, because we're lucky if there's 100, 200, 300, example, people in the group. When I say if, it would be massive. And I couldn't handle a certain amount of people. That's why I have plans for more people. They will not be handled by me. My group will be very limited. So if you're inside, you are in gold. You will be making money for as long as you need to make money with the big picture leader, because the market's always going to be changing. Yet you don't have a prayer without Power Trick or Trade out there. That's why you don't have a prayer. These people out there have no skills. The penny trick stock traders have no skills. They're baby traders. They have no skills. They couldn't do what I'm doing. This is the top-notch stuff to how people really make gains in options, trading real stocks like Home Depot, Apple, Google, Amazon, BA. You know, we killed it in AMD. Stock Clown never. Listen, Stock Clown. I run circles around the Stock Clown. The Stock Clown has skill in old world thinking. I love watching him getting decimated because he represents the dumb clown old world thinkers out there. Old school, just no skill. I know both worlds, my friend. The new paradigm shift and the old paradigm shift. I'm the bridge between the two. As the old guys are getting sick and weak, Power Trick or Trade knows all their stuff and then some. And I'm powerful where they're weak. I punch them to the ground if they try to meet me, match me physically. those weak dum-dums. See, I got the power in my group, and people who aren't listening to don't perform properly, out they go, boom! I kick them out. Don't care. See, I am hiring people in my group. You want to be in my group? You follow my rules. You listen. You study my videos. You're gonna do well. I keep you in my group. But if I see you're a lazy bum, you're not succeeding, you're not following my rules, why would I want to keep you for? For what? You're wasting your time and mine. You stay a loser. You don't have the market make money for you. You go work your job, and good luck with that, because the companies, they're squeezing people like a lemon out there. You look around. You know, in Toronto, they're looking to reduce teachers and increase classroom size. Then you have automation out there and robotics. People have no idea the crushing, smashing blow that's coming to the people who work. If you're working for a living, you're going to get crushed. They're going to squeeze the workers like lemons. And Power Trick or Trade is your ticket out. Unless you're a plumber or something, right? But even a plumber, you know, or most professions, they seek to make more money. And Power Trick or Trade, free in my group. Listen, free. Because I know you're going to make money. See, I'm confident if you listen to my rules and you study, you're going to make the dollar bills. All right now. So remember, study this live stream because there's great information. Now, play with the house money strategy. Costco, no. Well, let me take a look at Costco. But Costco, probably because Costco is good. Don't get me wrong. You know, Costco could be good, Mohan, but there's too many. The problem is I don't want to cover stuff that I don't go inside myself. Sometimes it becomes too many stocks, and that's okay. You know what this means, Mohan? Let me explain something. It's a good question, Mohan, about Costco. When you see there's a lot of stocks that are acting strong, and what this means is the market wants higher. It's when we can't get plans, but too many stocks want higher. Apple wants higher. Amazon wants higher. Costco wants higher. PayPal, listen. It's too much. It's too many plans, so I have to dial it down. You know, PayPal, you understand? All strong. You capisce, understand, people. This is why the market's bullish. This is where the stock, they don't capisce these things. They don't have these skills. See, I already know what's going on. My scans tell me stuff that when I find that when I can get us into plans, it's because the market's good. It takes a lot to confirm my plans. You have to understand, my plans are very rigid. I'm very, very strict. Sure I do sing Netflix, but right now we don't. Right now I don't. What's up, Fast and Furious? That's another gift person, Fast and Furious, another gift. I think Fast and Furious is Celine, right? Celine? That's you, right? Now, Celine, make sure you study this, what I said about the money management, you know. You want to get yourself into options too. Oh, Henry, okay, so maybe you have a similar, a similar profile. Good, so far I answered some great questions. So again, study this live stream because I already dropped some amazing points in here, okay? Because I don't want to keep telling people the same things over and over again. That's why I tell people to study what I say. I've taken the time to do this live stream to help people succeed. Like, I want everyone to succeed in my group. I honestly do. But I can't do it for you. You still got to put the effort. You got to put the belief. If you let fear control your emotions and not what I'm telling you to do, you're going to lose. It doesn't matter who's behind you. That's the truth. Fear is your worst enemy. It makes you think, I'm going to skip it. I'm too scared to get in that plan. I mean, when you watch it take off, you go, oh, I wish I went in the plan. You just go in them all, no matter what happens. And when you do that, I guarantee you wins. I just explained an example. Home Depot was a plan. HD was a plan. And BA was a plan. If you went into all three, you won regardless of that. And BA losses that we had in BA, that's very rare to happen though. That's very rare. Sometimes we take a very small loss. So pretend we took even a 20% loss in that, or even a break even. The winners still put you massively ahead. But when you miss a winner, listen carefully now, people. When you miss a winner, it's suicide. It's market. This is why I keep telling people, every plan is designed. You've got to take it. It's designed to make us forward. But as soon as you miss a one winning plan, you put yourself behind. We had 3 winning Apple plans in a row. The 200s gave us a little bit of a problem, but the 192.5. So look at this is the plan structure. I put out HD. Listen carefully. I put out HD. Then I put out I put out a BA. Then BA HD. What was the other? Yeah, HD. The hell? Why am I drawing a blank? HD, Apple. Yeah, Apple, HD, and BA. Right. Then I did another Apple, which at 195, that was another 100% winner. So in 4 plans, we had 3 winners that were 100% and greater with 1 loser. You can't lose. But if you missed my plans because you focused and dwelled on your loser, like for example, let's say people went on BA and they dwelled on BA, oh, I'm losing at BA, right? And then let me double down. No, don't double down. Focus on the next plan Power Trick Trade puts out. Never make that mistake. Equally, go into everything equally. 2, 2, 2. 5, 5, 5, 10, 10, 10, wherever your account structure is, that you're able to absorb a loss and have money for gains. Don't worry, Power Trigger Trade's always getting us out of some positions, so we're able to get into more positions. Or if there's nothing to get into, we're not getting into anything. It's all calculated for you to win. You can't lose with Power Trigger Trade. You can't lose in my group. In the big picture, there is losses, don't get me wrong. But it won't, you can't lose with my rules. Believe me, Power Trigger Trade is telling you the truth. Look what Dexter's saying. B-A-H-D, right. This, right. Now this, okay, not everything is a winner yet, but they're going to be. And then we'll talk about that. Yeah, and Amazon, yeah. Yeah, so Matt says, avoid fear and hope. Jump in when the picks confirm. That's right, Matt. But Matt, listen carefully. Do not go in more than your account allowance. So, for example, if your 5K account, two options. You start small. Don't be a hero and buy. Yes, you could theoretically get lucky and buy 5, and that happens to be the perfect plan. But what if it's not? And then you're too heavily invested in one thing, because a lot of people, they do this. You know, I've had, like I said, when I met Ashayo, one of the things he does is he went really big, and it worked out, right? But I told him in the big picture things that's not good to do. He had the account size. So, you know, for example, Shia would go in 30 contracts of Apple. So when I met Shia, okay, what Shia said to me was, he messaged me and he goes, I just made 30K, right? I said, 30K? How do you make 30K? How many? Yeah, he told me how many contracts he would go in, right? So when I talked about the story of Shia, it's because he went that big. However, he happened to be in a good, perfect alignment time, okay? So yeah, he made those 60K in GM in a couple of days, but it was, again, something I don't recommend doing. He did have the account size at the time, but it was still too big, right? He had a 100K account plus, and still going in that big on a 100K account plus on some of the things, like he would go 100 contracts on some of my plans. And yes, he would win big, but that's not the way you do it. What I'm saying is longevity. If you get lucky, we had Brian, for example, guys. I'll tell you a story. So we had Brian. Now, Brian was new. What happened was, why he was able to send me those $600 gifts is because he happened to go in big in the BA. I know people that get so convinced they see how good I am, but at the same time, I tell people, listen, what if it doesn't work out? You don't want to be too heavy in something, right? That's not the way we do things. If I'm 100%, yeah, but I can't be 100%. Nobody is. Listen to me. We don't have to be. But if you do my structure, you can't lose. I'm about 80% correct, sometimes 90%, but I can never be 100% correct on everything. It just doesn't work that way. It's not possible. It's between 80 to 90 because there's that pretend, and then sometimes the odd things happen, people, that we have a little bit of a bad streak. That's because there's market problems, and that's okay. We're still able to, because we have such a high win rate, we're going to be able to absorb anything that comes our way so that we're able to go forward when things are good. Just trust me when I tell you. Follow what I'm telling you. I'm telling you for your own good. You can't lose in a way. I've seen it too often. When you break my rules, you're killing yourself. My rules are to protect you. If I break my rules, it doesn't matter who you are. Me, you, I don't care. If I don't follow, I lose listen to me. I lose when I don't follow my own rules. The same thing. I didn't come up with these rules by fluke. Things that I would make those mistakes in the past. When I calculate, I go, listen, I got to take them all. I would miss stuff all the time in the past. I didn't come up with these rules out of thin air. It's from deep, deep experience, deep pain and suffering. Not anymore. See, as I said, from deep pain and suffering comes awaken the giant. Power Trigger Trade, massive giant. Okay? And I give you the confidence and power through me. In my group, on all my experience will just make you win. But the minute you want to use your own mind, you will lose. Because nobody has this mindset that I do. They just don't have it. Nobody does. Just say to yourself, I'm wrong. Power Trigger Trade is correct. I see it all the time. And then you're going to redeem yourself and be safe thing. Listen, if I say, my system is about as perfect as perfect can be. From the picks I choose, right? It's that targeted. Okay, it's that aligned. Okay, I have this laser focus is nothing like what I'm doing, and the skills are only increasing. That's why the stock clown old world thinkers are wrong since 2016, 2017, 2018. They have no clue. They all flap their guns, this, that. Most people, most of the traders out there are clueless traders. They're fearful traders, but they act like they're smart and they know things. They know nothing. I see through everybody. If there's somebody good, I let you know. But I haven't seen anybody really good. I see them full of you know what. Compared to Power Trick or Trade, full of it. Dan Sanger, full of it. Because when you don't get into your own plans and admit it, that's already tells me right there. Listen, it's a numbers game. Dan Sanger can get thousands of members in this thing, paying his $100 thing, right? He don't care. If he throws out 20 picks, somebody's going to make money on those 20 picks, and there's going to be all kinds of people losing money. In my group, it's very different. If people aren't succeeding following my rule, and that's why I have a rule structure. They don't. They don't have a rule structure. Then on top of that, he charges people $3,000 to come and learn how to take his own plans. Telling you people, you have no idea. Listen, I know what I'm talking about. No one can compare to what I'm doing. However, only the smart will see that. The dummies won't see it. They'll make the same mistakes. They'll be losers in life. There's lots of losers in life. Winners are always a dime a dozen. This is the reality, people. In my group, I believe I have most of these people can become winners if they've listened to my rules. These are the dime a dozen people. The dum-dums won't see this. That's okay. I don't want them in my group anyways. Look, I got to show people something. You guys don't believe me, right? Let me show you something here. I'm going to go into Power Group Trades. Just give me a second, people. I'll show you this. It's just the list keeps going on and on. These are people who don't do the right things, right? I'm going to go to my, here. Look it. Okay. 149 pending. It's not like I could have kinds of, and I've thrown out hundreds of people out of this thing. Not when I was doing this thing, but hundreds of people. At least 20, 30 people I kicked out. Some people that came back in and they realized they were wrong. You know, people, the smart always come back to me, right? The smart, the dum-dums. The dum-dums ain't going anywhere in life. I don't care if there's 10 people in this group. What I do care is that they succeed and they follow the rules. Right? When I want to do things the right way, I'm not going to bend to nothing. I'll kick anybody out of this group who doesn't follow my rules, who doesn't produce. Kick them out. I'm a fair guy. I talk with them, but I kick them out. Then they will suffer. They will fail. They'll run back to Power Trick or Trade. All right, now enough of my gloating. I have to say the truth. This is because I have the experience. I know what I'm talking about, people. I know what I'm talking about. Power Trick or Trade knows what he's talking about. So now I'm going to go to my Twitter page over here. So the dum-dums who don't understand what to do still. Hold on a second here. A lot of dum-dums out there. Listen, dum-dums that are dumb out there. See this pin tweet over here? See that pin tweet? You click on that video, right? And you just listen to it. And it tells you what to do. Pretty simple, right? Then you listen to it and you follow the instructions. And guess what? You get in the group. Is it that hard to understand? You get in the group. Yeah. You follow the instructions, you study, you send me the message, you do what's right, and I gladly put you in the group because I know you have a chance to succeed. But if you're so dumb and you can't follow simple instructions, then there's so many dummies out there. Listen, people, 90% are dum-dums. I'm going to tell you the way it is. They're dummies. Don't want to do. I don't want the dummies. They ain't worth anything. It doesn't matter if you charge $5 to get a Tesla membership. They wouldn't do well anyway. It's not about money, people, right? I would be doing if I did a service, it would do a disservice. It's not a service. My service is free. You make money, you send me money. It's the best thing you could ever ask for. I teach you. You follow my plans, you make money. You ask my happy members to send me the gifts. Huh? And those ones, the people make mistakes, I tell them, listen, you got to study. That's why I make these live streams. That's why I'm making this live stream. Okay? I make this live stream to help. You know, people who will come in later on, you know, they'll watch it after the live stream's over. Now I'm gonna send this. I'm gonna tell people to watch this. I'm gonna call this live stream "How to Make Money in Options: My Rules, My Way." Some sort of thing. So that way is going to be an easy way to locate this video, because I've outlined a perfect way to win. Okay. You study my videos, right? You understand how to take the plans. Right? You send me a message. It's not that complicated. Explain me why, what you understand. You know, I explain all these things. You know, why I do this. I found the people who do this, they're the ones that are successful. Let's go to my live stream. Let's go to my Twitter for a second, people. Let's go to the Twitter for a second. And I want to show you this. I'm going to show you who I want to talk about. This woman blew my mind. Ash, here. Yeah. This woman here blew my mind here. Listen to what she said here. I feel God's presence in you, and it even comes through your videos. Through God's grace, the right people such as you, Sandro, have entered my life to help me achieve more. Your God sent. It's sort of a miracle. Now, what happened with Ash? Let me tell the story. I actually, I kicked her out. Now, let me make a point. I kicked her out, right? Because what she did is she messaged me. Now, listen how what she did. I'm going to tell the story. She messaged me, and by the way, here's her gift here. April the 6th. We're going to show this here. Okay. And her name is Ashrina. Says, thanks, Sandra, for guiding and showing me how to succeed in options. HD winning 170% gains through following your plans. Took 2 HD options, awesome guidance and leadership, Sandro. Thanks you so much. Sent me $255. Now, what was interesting about her? She told me her story, and I think the story is over here. Says, also just wanted to share with you that I've never used Twitter and PayPal before, and thanks also for teaching me how to use them. Now, this is a new person, right? She studied the videos, much like that guy Brian, hours on end, got into my group, took action, and made money. Listen to what she said here. I was looking for videos on options on YouTube, as I was only buying leaps from your channel. You added me into your group on the 1st of April, right? Now, we're only April the 10th here. I added her in the group. She's been less than a week and a half in my group making money. Okay, anyways. And she's in Singapore, by the way. Have been in your group for 7 days, including today's. It's 7th of April, so morning in Singapore. So she's in Singapore, right? She goes, it starts from church. A couple of weeks ago back, she had told me to ask her, so how did you find me? She goes, it starts from church a couple of weeks back. Our church vision for the years is breakthrough plus glory. So miracles are possible. I went home and typed in options. And your channel was one of them that appeared. So say people think that God doesn't work in mysterious ways. Well, because I'm not highly findable yet in YouTube, but I'm working on this massively. I spent several hours. Like, see, I told you, I know what successful people do. You see, she's the proof. She said, I spent several hours watching your videos to understand you, all the way from 2017. I appreciate that you're honest, you believe in God, and you have divine wisdom. You see, that blew my mind on Saturday. I was like, wow, that motivates me. Voice is drying up. Okay, so, yeah, so wow, people, hey, I mean, what a powerful live stream. So, yeah, I mean, in our group, people, everybody knows we won an Apple was a big winner. 7 plans in a row. We're still in our in this plan, of course. It still hasn't fully fruition. The third plan, the 200s. But no matter what, if you follow my rules, you can't lose. Excuse me. I eat quite a bit in the evening. So let me see. This very nice analysis. Thank you. Yeah, it should sing. My opinion, DS should go much higher. It's long term in the making. I didn't post that plan for fun. However, it doesn't mean it's going to win for sure. But I would be very upset with myself if I didn't catch the gains out of fear. You know, I know I went into DS with no fear. I checked it thoroughly. There was nothing I could look at as negative. Nothing. So, but I know it could still be wrong. However, the odds favor higher. I have to go with my system rules. I go into it. If I lose, it doesn't matter because something else is going to pull its weight. But it's very, but what if this becomes a big winner and I'm just being a little chicken guy because, oh, you know, maybe it's not going to go this or this little fluctuation days, you know, right? Can't win that way. You lose. You got to learn. Remember, I talk about the rain and the sun. You've got to balance that in your life. Remember, the rain is going to be a part of it all the time. We always keep the sun in your mind. In the big picture, you will win. All right, now. Any questions, people? Because this live stream, I'm definitely not going to go longer than usual. That's right. It did win. Well, we already won 5. Well, actually, it's 6 big wins in a row, Dexter, for Apple. 6 wins, 5 of them being greater than 100%, 1 of them being 50%, and we haven't, the 7th plan hasn't fruitioned yet, fully. But Apple, I believe, is going to be going to 205 and 215. It could require an additional plan. I don't know. We need to see. We have time. We need to see more information. But I'm looking for at least a 205 target. When we get there, I will then make adaptive measurement thinkings when I see it. See, every day the market gives new information. So I go by the new information, then I have to adapt by the new information. Do I give it more room? Do I give it less room? It's always adaptive measurement. There's nothing static. Static is a loser method. That's why there's no system out there that can compare it, because mine's adaptive. It's too adaptive. Too adaptive. Stock Clown doesn't have these adaptive skills. He's an old world thinker. Destroy these people. Destroy them. They don't have adaptive. He's still stuck. He called the SPY up bubble at 225 in 2016. Do you understand that, people? Don't kid yourself. And he's an old world thinker. He's being massacred right now. I told him, you are a clown if you think you're going to outclass the power trick. That guy's the biggest troll, though, to me. Biggest troll. I've cremated him. If he was only man enough to go plan a plan with me, he would be decimated into the ground. I told him I'd kill him, and I did. I already decimated the guy, cremated him. Yeah. All right, now. That's right, Stock Clown is being decimated by fear. He has been killed by the market, and that's why he's so negative all the time, people. Fear destroyed the Stock Clown. If you want to be a Stock Clown, then that's what fear will do for you. I will make you a champion. Power Trick or Trade. Power Trick or Trade. All right, now. Thank you, Stockmarket. Hey, my friend, you know, I can never get a hold of you, man. I can't get a hold of you, buddy. You know, I don't know why. You know, I can't get a hold of you. I would surely like to talk to you, my friend. Because I took your advice, but it's not that easy, you know, right now, because I'm working on it. But YouTube doesn't, it's very stubborn, YouTube. Sorry, teaching your week. Yeah, but you know, you still gotta meet me with a time, man. You gotta give me a time, man. If we don't organize a time, how can we meet? Because if I message you with email, it's too slow email, right? Because you don't have Twitter, right? So I email you, and then we need a time. We need to structure a time. We have to at least figure out a time and then say, okay, let's meet at a time. or else we will never meet, because I have the tools. We have the tools. I have the perfect community. We could look at each other's computer. You can look at my computer. I could show you stuff on my thing. It's very powerful. The program I told you to download. All we got to do, my friend, is schedule, because it's more powerful. Via the computer, we can really talk, right? I mean, if you want to help other people be helped out by what I do, I can meet with you anytime on Friday, no problem. Dentist in the morning after the free, anytime after 11 a.m. West Coast. Yeah, but don't forget it's market trading time, right? And the problem is, if there's ever a weekend, stock market investing, if there's ever a weekend we can meet, we can talk like on the computer, we'll use the program. How can those of us work long hours during the day, manage to stay in a group? Well, unfortunately, my friend, Dexter works. You should ask Dexter. No, he's not in. 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 Stock market is not in the group. He's a separate channel for himself. He puts out good information. He's a different type of we're different. Me and him are different. However, I think that the channel should be a good collaboration. I mean, if he would tell people about my channel, he'd only be helping them out, right? He's giving out information, but because I think his channel is about trying to help people, but at the same time, I'm doing something different as well. So, but anyways, I'm gonna email you. We gotta figure out a time. Like we gotta agree on a time via email, my friend. Okay? Okay, we will. We will. No, I don't have Twitter. I need to set it up. Well, we don't need Twitter, but you do need a program. Like we need to be able. Get Twitter. You know why? Because with Twitter, I could message you the key. To get into the video, like the program I'm talking about. Get Twitter, because Twitter is so much faster. You could just check your Twitter messages quickly. Oh, set up a Twitter account. Twitter is very useful to use. Yeah, yeah. We'll got to figure something out. But until we meet and really talk, my friend, you know, um, we will meet. Definitely. Like I tell you, I suggest you get the Twitter, okay? And then we collaborate. I definitely think, when I thought about it, I looked at your channel, I definitely think that a collaboration would be benefit both channels. It only benefits you, right? Because that's what your channel is about. It's about helping people. I'm doing the same thing, a little different, but you like the content, and that's what matters. See, if you didn't like the content, it's a different story. But because you like what I'm doing, it makes sense to somehow collaborate. It doesn't make sense not to. Like if you didn't like what I did, it would be pointless, right? Because you do, I think it's a good idea that we do talk and we figure something out. So we got to make the time sometime on a Saturday, but we will make the time, When, I say, again, I think the Twitter is a good way. And you know how to follow me on Power Trick or Trade, and then I know it's you. We can direct messages faster. Twitter will alert you faster than email, right? Email isn't the best way. We can still do it via email as well, but the problem is when I send you the code, you have to check your email in time. You know what I mean? And with Twitter, it's faster. It's so simple. You plug this into this, and the collaboration we can have is just awesome with the computers. I mean, the technology allows you to do amazing things today. Yeah, we're in this. We're in this plan where we actually have options planned, stock market investing, uh, that I think can do good. They should, anyways. I mean, like I said, nothing's 100%. There is nothing that I could not find one problem, and it's so Disney is so in favor of going to much higher prices, like really breaking out. I don't know, and they might run it up into earnings. Like I think 120. It's been years in the making for this to go above 120. Disney, they're making the money. They should do well, Disney, right? Yeah, But the stock is being suppressed, stock market investing. The stock, Disney has been suppressed for a very long time. However, let's put up Disney here. So people who did come to this live stream, let's talk about Disney here. So here are the options right now. We went in these ones. So I talk about the May, okay? So look at, well, I'll give you an example. Look at this. So let's say you have a small account and you buy the May 17 120 calls, okay? It's a buy right now. If you want to buy, so let's say you get them for $260 an option, right? If this stock goes to 125 bucks, you're going to be making 200% gains. If it goes before May, and it can easily, by the end of April, this stock could be, for all we know, 125 plus, if all goes smooth. So I already have a plan. Now I'm in the 115 calls, by the way. I chose the 115 calls. So for me, I usually go in 10 calls. So I only have 10 calls in Disney. 10. That's it. 10 calls. That's enough. That's all I do, right? Is 10 calls per plan. Okay. But if this plan takes off for me, I'm going to be making killer dollars, right? And for 10 options, it's $4,000. But I'm controlling 1,000 shares of Disney, and you can't control 1,000 shares for that money, for $4,000. To buy 1,000 shares, you need $117,000. So options give you a huge leverage. You understand? Leverage. However, options are dangerous if you don't know how to pick direction like me. Options are very powerful in the right hands. That's what I'm about. I'm an expert. We kill it all the time. I have so much documented proof of what I do. It's not funny. I mean, stock market, you were talking, remember about Apple? We were in all Apple plans, stock market investing. We were in the 192.5. Go check out my video, stock market investing. I tell you, my friend, you're going to see. You see what I'm talking about. You see me. I mean, I just listen to the market. Like, you're a fundamental guy. See, stock market investing is good because he's a fundamental guy, okay? I'm a technical guy, right? But my technical stuff reads the market. Like I don't know anything about Disney and that much. I know that they make money, but he knows more. Like, let's put it, stock market investing will always know more than I do on the fundamentals because I don't focus on fundamentals. I focus more on the technicals and my system that I created. Right, it's very unique. Right, that allows me to pinpoint high probability. Right, so we have two different skill sets. So he's more focused on stock market investing, is focused more on fundamental, very strong on fundamental. I don't do that. I'm more focused on technicals. So that's why we have a good, there'd be a good team. Thus, I'm trying to buy at the lowest. No, you don't. You got to get in Disney on confirmation. Buy Disney right away, David. If you should have bought on confirmation, if you didn't buy it cheaper, buy it tomorrow. Now you may have to pay higher. You buy it right away, because if you try to perfectly time Disney will move and you'll be losing. You should have been in Disney today, David. Oh, you got in today? Just hold the options. Just hold the options, okay? Because they're just playing games. So we'll see what happens tomorrow, okay? Listen, I wouldn't recommend Disney if I didn't think it would be a good winner, okay? But listen to me. It doesn't matter how, look at, if you ask stock market investing, is Disney a good company? Let's ask him. Listen to what he said. They make a lot of money. Can you tell us more things about Disney stock market investing? It's perfect he's here because we can talk about the fundamentals. Okay. Can you tell us another good thing about Disney and why you like it? Now, I didn't go into Disney because of fundamentals. It's all technical. Okay. I have a system that I looked at the technical picture over a span of years. And I calculated, yeah, of course, the new Marvel movie, yeah, that's what I hear, to generate over $1 billion, yeah. But there's more, yeah, so listen, Disney is a good company, a resounding yes. The valuation is a fraction of Netflix, forward PE is reasonable. You see? Now, I don't know, I didn't even look at that. All I did is the fundamentals, but you can see that the way I pick stuff it's almost like I fine-tune things without even needing to look at the fundamentals. Now stock market investing, he's more on the fundamentals, right? which is good. But even what I do, right? It's the fundamental guy couldn't narrow things down like this, or because sometimes the fundamentals, the news will scare people, right? This is the problem, fear. There's just so much information that it's just too confusing. However, what I do is I look at two things. I look at, is the technicals good, and is the fundamentals good? Because I know Disney is a good company too. I don't know everything about Disney, but I know that they're making money, and I know they should be higher. I know this already, and the technicals are telling me, screaming, it's a buy. Buy it, Power Trigger Trade. And that's why I recommend it to the group. Yeah, Disney is a winner long term, massive upside, right? I think though that we should be getting to 130 very soon, especially for earnings. I'm thinking of holding some into earnings, Disney, with the options that we're in. Like, not the whole position, but some of it. We'll see. I'll be updating this. However, if fundamentals is good, I will be happy to buy and hold, like about 5 years, 5 years more. Yeah, but there's so many ways to make money, David, that Disney, is a very expensive stock to hold long term. But we can make more money in options for the leverage, right? Now, you want to be a long-term investor too, but you could buy, like, I could find stocks that are much cheaper for people to get into. Now, because Disney could take a long time to double its share value, and it's still a lot of money. Like, if you want to buy 1,000 shares of Disney, you got to plop down a lot of money, right? So a lot of people don't have that kind of money, or even 100 shares is 100 shares about 17,000 or something. But if you have the money, yeah, let's say if you have a $200,000 account, what I would tell people, another thing I would say, let's say I had a $200,000 account, this is what I would tell you to do. Use $100,000 for option trading to make a lot of great money, and another $100,000 for investing long-term stock. Because that's what I kind of do. Like, I've been a long-term investor in Apple. Oh my God, for the longest time. Like, it's made me so much money, Apple. Not only am I an investor in Apple long-term, but Apple pays dividend. But not only am I a long-term investor long-term, but I had so many winning option plans, it's not funny. Meanwhile, Carl Icahn, a billionaire, didn't make stiddly squat. He bailed his. I don't know if he could have, whatever, but he bailed his main position. And for him, he looks like a clown. Carl Icahn. The market. Listen, I told you, it doesn't matter how much money you have. It's your skill set, and the market will fear people. Listen, the market tricked Carl Icahn, and he has his resources. Fear is a killer. He looks like a clown. He said it was a no-brainer. Oh, poor Carl Icahn. If he would bet against me, he would be broke billionaire. Carl Icahn. Anyways, yep, I am the king of Apple. Power Trigger Trade's been talking about Apple for years, and I was correct, the big picture. And the stock clown, still wrong to this day, being massacred by Power Trigger Trade. Stock clown, you lose again. Anyways, people, this was a good live stream. A lot of great information. A lot of great people coming in. We had the stock market investing coming in, talking about Disney, right? One of our ideas we're in, right? Again, no matter, Disney's a solid company, making money coming out of it, but the market's the market. The market's telling me it wants to go higher. So I got to do what the market says. If the market changes its mind, oh well. We don't let fear and doing, if we lost it, let's say we were losing, it would be okay. You can never go wrong losing for the right reasons. But if you lose for the wrong, you chicken out, and then you miss the gains, that's disastrous for your account, for you mentally, physically, emotionally, you name it. Thank you, stock market investing. And, it's great. When I hear someone like this guy, one thing about this guy, he knows what he's talking about. He knows what he's talking about. If he likes what's going on, that means a lot to me. That means a lot to me. Because he's a very picky investor, okay? He's looking at stuff. He looks at stuff, right? He's a picky investor, which is good, right? And he's looking and reading and studying and this and that. And he likes what I'm doing, right? That's what I like to see. See, I attract the smart people. The dum-dums, I don't care. They want the quick buck. They don't want they're going to lose anyways. You listen to me. If you don't listen to me, you're going to lose in life. I guarantee it. If you listen to me, you're going to succeed. Guaranteed. Power Trigger Trade leader. All right, people. I plan on being one of those. Yeah, you will. You know, you will. But you got to be doing it the right way, Ed. Nothing's for nothing. You know, you got to put in the work, the effort, the study, the time. Work on your mind, right? And don't forget about your health, people. Listen to me. You know, you make a lot of money in the market and your health is down the toilet. Big mistake. Invest in the vessel, in your body, the mold. Your body is what it brings you everywhere, where you communicate. Without your health, you've got nothing, people. Anyways, people, this is a powerful live stream. I mean, thanks Stock Market Investing for coming in. Thanks for the questions from some key people. Study this live stream, people. There's a lot of great information. There's no excuses to not succeed in my group. You study this live stream 10 times, 20 times. You listen to my words. You listen. You can't fail. If you study this live stream, you're going to be a winner. I've put out all information. This is my key live stream because I can't be saying, I gotta, you know, I can't say things 100 million times. So I gotta make the videos and then let people listen to them. And then move on to new things and give a little bit of pop talk here and there. And we gotta keep focusing and moving and growing, people. We must spread the word. Power Trigger Trade, Power Group Trades, where the successful top 10% in the world come. Remember, most people are losers. Only the best come in here, right? You know, stock market guy, he's one of the top guys, right? He's coming to my stream. He likes my stuff. That's because he's a smart guy, okay? And I'm happy to have these kind of people come to the live stream, or people that are in my group, and the people who send me the gifts. You guys are helping everybody. You're helping this Power Trigger Trade grow, Power Group Trades grow to where it has to grow, and me to keep doing what I got to do, because it motivates me. When I see success, it's so motivating. And every winner, you know, everybody in our group that's sending the gifts, you're helping other people who can't send them because they got to, and then they can send. Everybody's helping everybody. And the bigger guys, you show this your success, right? You want to send bigger gifts, 200, 300, 400, 500, 600. Why? Because you're doing better. You grew with the group. You want to share that story. You motivate other people, right? You know, Brian, if he was sticking in the thing, that's what he said. So I don't see a problem with that. That's why the guy was sending $600 gifts. You know, in 3 weeks, he sent me 3 $600 gifts. He was brand new. Now, he was running a company. I don't know what happened. Something happened to him. And I guarantee you one of these days he's going to be back. I don't know what happened to him. Something to do with his business or something like that. I know the guy was all over the place. But when he was in our group, he was killing it. He was sending me the dollar bills with skills. He loved it. He told me how much he studied. Something happened to the guy. You never know. People, something happened to him. You know, people can die from I don't know. Anything can happen, you know. But I know who that guy is. You know, and 2.4K was sent in one alone from him. 2,400 was sent to me in less than one month. That is sign of leadership, right? He was happy to do so. No problem. Because he says, I wasn't making gains like this, and I haven't seen gains like this in my life. Anyways, people. Yeah, of course. I mean, it's good, you know, by the way. It's good to share. All right, guys, let's have a good night, people. Power Trigger Trade Out. It was a great live stream.